Hi guys, this is Sushi
And this is Adi.
and welcome to the Gust Life. The level of enthusiasm we have.
We could not be more excited.
No, I am
We are
internally
excited.
very excited.
Yeah, we are excited. We just can't express it.
No, this is how I sound, guys. This is how I'm gonna sound in every other podcast now. Please don't misunderstand. Internally, my brain cells are bouncing around with excitement, but this is how I'm going to sound.
If I ever meet her and we record a podcast, don't worry, I'm gonna slip her some medicine to get her all hyped up.
Medicine. Darling, your presence enough is a medicine for me.
See, this is the kind of person I want in my life who can, compliment me like that and make me wonder what am I supposed to reply to that.
Well, for me, it's not even that. I just want to compliment someone and there's just no one around me except my mom and Adi, so I just go on complimenting them.
Oh, so I'm the last pick. I'm the Rachel from that football game.
No, baby. You're basically the one I chose to compliment. So it's like my mom and then you, so feel privileged.
I am privileged, trust me.
Well, okay, what are we going to talk about today, Adi?
So, I'm gonna say this. Recently, as in yesterday, something really bad happened and I'm still upset from it. A friend of mine lost her father from a heart attack. It was awful because he was this healthy man who went to office and then never came back. I went to her place right after I heard the news and it broke my heart to see her mom like that. So that got me thinking that I need to let out a lot of things. I need to talk about these things because I just feel heavy and not being able to talk to someone about the loss of losing someone or the necessity or the loss of losing someone. So that's what I think we should talk about. And we were just discussing before starting the podcast, and Sakshi and I decided that we are gonna represent two very different point of views.
It's not even decided. It's more like we have different point of views about losing someone. So she was just like, let's talk about it. Yes.
I'm more sentimental and she's more practical, which is amazing. You need to be practical these days.
I mean, it's like Adi just feels a lot of things. It's not that I don't feel a lot of things. It's the fact that I feel and then I discard them very easily. No, not easily, with a lot of difficulties. But it's the fact that I have learned to be more practical towards things. Because, when I was Adi's age, I would also get very sentimental. I would cry about losing someone. I would feel bad about, losing touch with a friend. I would be hurt when someone didn't message me for a day. But now...
Been there, done that. Oh God, that's the most horrible feeling.
I would feel like I did something wrong. And that is the reason why they're not talking to me. And that I would go back to the last conversations.
Without yourself.
Yeah. I would go to the older conversations and think about what I might have done to mess up.
Oh God.
And then be like, and then start second guessing myself. Basically thinking that I was there for them. But it was the fact that they talked to me because they didn't have anyone else to talk to at the moment. But now that they have their friends, they don't want to talk to me, is how I used to feel. And so as I started evolving, because I'm a Pokemon, of course, I realized that I didn't need people at some point. So Adi here is very sentimental. Oh, don't.
I'm
please.
still evolving.
It's a lonely path.
I need to get to that point because people have hurt me too much already. For the pettiest reasons, I have let myself down.
The fact that you're feeling hurt in itself explains that you're alive, Adi. I'm dead inside.
Shut up. No, you're not.
I'm not even joking.
If I drop dead tomorrow, she's gonna cry. So you're not dead.
Of course, the only people I'll ever cry for is you and my mom. So shut up. That's totally different.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
someone was to die other than you...
It means you're alive. Don't
Do you remember the past me if someone would feel bad, I would feel bad along with them. And I'd be like, oh, it's okay. And I would cry along with them. I've had a lot of times when a lot of my friends have lost someone in their life. And I have felt bad. Hey, remember that guy who got electrocuted and died? Your friend?
He's my cousin.
Yeah, sorry, your cousin. So remember when you told me about him and how bad I felt about it?
Yeah, you shouldn't have though. He was an ass. I'll explain that later, but...
Yeah, but like, remember that, Sakshi? And remember yesterday, what did I say?
Yeah.
I was so...
I mean, I think what you said... So here's the thing. We are basically talking in codes. Our listeners are very confusing. So what happened was, I came back from my friend's home and I texted Sakshi that this happened. And she really gave like a one-word reply that she feels bad for her and she's sad to hear it. But then we didn't talk about this topic anymore, and I was totally fine with it because like I don't know how to deal with grief, and the only thing you can do when someone you don't know has lost someone, you can only say one-word things, and I really didn't know how to feel about it. And it's okay that you gave one word reply. I was fine with that.
I mean, my perspective of it was that I rarely feel hurt about losing people. So you telling me that you, as someone who's important, me telling me that someone you knew lost someone was totally unrelated to me. So in some sense, practically speaking, and I know it's going to sound heartless, but it did not concern me, and that is the reason why it did not affect me.
I understand. It's practical. Like some people might say, "Oh, you're heartless" and stuff. They might say that to me as well, but it's practical. It's okay.
Yeah, but then when it comes to like you losing someone yourself, it's totally different. But even then, I'm basically the same.
But you sympathize with me more, right?
Of course. I would actually sympathize with you more than I would sympathize with myself. Is the problem. I would actually come to you to sympathize for myself, I'd be like, Adi, give me attention, sympathize.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, of course. I would not think too much about something that would hurt me. Then I would come to you and wait for you to get angry for someone hurting me. That is how I wait for things to happen.
Only if I could slap the people who hurt you.
Yeah, but like we've both lost people in our life. Not, like physically, like, someone dying. I mean, I have lost my grandpa, but it was a long time back. I mean, it still does affect me in a lot of sense because his presence is like still very much dominant in my life. But it's more like, losing friends has been like the most recent thing that has happened to us both. Losing someone we thought was important in our life.
I had a friend. I had an online friend. You remember her, right? She died last year from cardiac arrest, and
oh yeah.
Not a single day goes by that I don't think of her, and I feel so bad because I never got to meet her. She lived in Kolkata. I never got to meet her. She is the kind of person who's not really big into physical affection, like hugs or kisses and stuff like that. But she told me that if I ever meet you, I'm gonna hug you because you're the most understanding person I've ever met. She told me that. Mm-hmm. And before we could meet, she's gone. And not a single day goes by that I don't think of her. I really miss her. She was a year older than me, and she deserved to live a long and happy life. She always wanted those, Christian weddings, and she always talked about how she would get married, which dress she would pick. And I sometimes I just feel that life is so unfair.
I mean, honestly, in some sense, the word life is so unfair. It's so unfair for life itself. Because life is just like, what did I even do to you? Is it my fault that I'm present around you? But, I mean, not even a few years back, I would say a year or two back, my mom was extremely sick, to the point that we all actually thought she was going to die. Like, my mom, asked me to start calling all my close relatives to tell them, that if something happens to me, please take care of my daughter. She sat me down and told me what all property she had, how much money she had in case we need it. It was that serious. I think that was like a very big wake-up call for me, where I realized, what? That, she is safe and sound now, thank you, touch wood. But it's this fact that, I realized that I cannot keep living my life thinking I should have expressed more, I should have told more, I should have behaved this way after something happens to the people who are close to me. In some sense, the biggest reason why we experience their loss a lot more is because of regret. And that regret just turns into a guilt of like, I wish I had been more present in their life, is what we think all the time. And that, I guess that was a wake-up call for me, where I realized I need to be very much present in my mom's life. I need to do everything that I could and I should, and not think about whenever my parents pass and be like, oh God, I wish I had been better. Why do I need to think I wish I had been better? I should be better from right now. And I think that was what strengthened my mom's and mine bond so much. Like, how close we are. We're basically best friends. And it's very rare to see this sort of, parent and child bond in people. And honestly, I tell it to Adi as well, that it's not going to happen magically. You need to be the one to take a step forward, to, keep pressurizing yourself in some sort of way to, be out there for the people.
Basically, you have to be very patient when you're dealing with your parents, because sometimes they want to understand, but they just can't, because they belong from like a complete different time.
Mm-hmm.
And the social setting was so different. Like, even if you like imagine 10 years from before, in 2010, imagine 2010 or 11, that social setting and this current social setting has changed so much. Time has changed rapidly, so you have to be patient when it comes to your parents. You have to, make them understand why you are this way. And and after trying the best you can, even if they don't understand, that's okay. You still love your parents, they still love you, and whatever decision they make, whatever they say, always remember that they love you. No one in this world is going to love you as much as your parents do. So try to understand from their perspective and try to make them understand your perspective. It has to be, give and take. You can't just expect them to understand everything you do and say. Am I right?
Yeah, and it's not even about just your parents. Like, let's say you want to be friends with someone and that person is amazing and all that, but that person is not out there. Basically, they're awkward, or they just don't know how to have a conversation. In such sense,
okay.
You need to be the one to take the steps. You have to. I mean, of course, unless and until they are assholes, then don't do it. Just leave. They are not worth it.
Sakshi, wait, I'm getting a call. Who's calling me in this ungodly hour?
Ungodly hour? Dude, what time is it over there? Is it already 12?
It's 12:03.
Oh my god, happy birthday! Guys, this is amazing. We actually... I have to wait. The fact that this is happening on the podcast, I need to edit it and post it tomorrow itself so that everyone knows when my baby's birthday is. It's on the...
No one needs to know. It
it's
should
on the
remain a
6th
secret.
No, your identity can go into the shadows, but your birthday needs to be remembered. It's a very important day. This is what happened, okay? her friends, first and foremost, say thank you.
That you remember my birthday. This is the first time
No,
in 5
no.
years.
It's not about remembering. I have wished you. Say thank you.
It is about remembering. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. First and foremost,
This is the
okay,
first
guys.
time in 5 years.
This is the
she has
thing. This is what
remembered my
happened.
birthday.
She came to me in the evening really angry because people had been wishing her on for her birthday, and it was not even her birthday yet. So I was like,
I knew you were kidding.
So I was like, the thing is, I always thought her birthday was on January 7th for like a year or so. Really, every time I would ask you, I would tell you it's on January 7th, right? And you would correct me, it's on 6th. So, I told her...
Not January, Sakshi. February.
Sorry, February. Yeah, sorry. That's my time and space has been jumbled up, I guess. So, I remembered telling her, oh my god, why are they wishing you so early? It's your birthday's in 7th, right? And she's just like, uh-huh. And I'm just like, I literally sent her the message that said, stifles laughter. Because I was actually trying very hard not to laugh at the fact that, everyone's been wishing her, it's not even her birthday. And then I'm someone who's just like telling her it's birthday later after her birthday. So anyways, I'm just so glad.
I knew that she was kidding, but like that nagging side of my brain was like, she probably forgot. And I was like, you know what? If she wishes me on 7th of February, my birthday is on 7th of February. I don't even care.
Well, I mean, I'm the kind of person who forgets my own birthday, guys. It's very bad habit that I have. So, I'm just glad that all my official papers were filled with my parents present beside me, because I would have messed up. But it's and please don't say anything bad to me. It's because our timelines are very different. So I don't know. It's not 12 o'clock in my place yet. But happy birthday to my baby.
Thank you.
Just be happy, be very happy. Ignore all the people in your life except me. Give me attention. No one else needs your attention in this world.
This is the best thing ever. I'm spending my birthday doing something I love, which is recording a podcast. So
I thought talking to me would be the thing you love.
Well, I am talking to you while I'm recording a podcast, so... Read the signs, woman.
I like reading between the lines.
We shouldn't say what we are gonna talk about in the beginning of a podcast, because we're literally not talking about it. We're talking about my birthday.
Hey, we spoke about a lot of important things. Well, we could keep going it. We could put it in parts, so it's okay. Continue.
Okay.
So, let's go back to the topic.
Wait, I just have to say one thing.
Okay.
I've reached my last teen year.
Oh, yes.
Which is 19, and I'm not one bit excited for growing up. Growing up sucks. I don't want responsibilities because, responsibilities suck too. Okay, birthdays are depressing. Okay,
it's not even depressing. See, losing your teen years in itself is a sort of loss. That everyone experiences in life. Now is what you call adulting. That is going to happen in your life, and it's going to suck. So be prepared.
Yay!
It's like Rachel.
So
it's like Monica telling Rachel, "No, welcome to the world. It sucks."
Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it.
Yes. Well, I do hope in this next coming years I meet you, at least before I die or before the world ends because of global warming, because, please.
Or WW3.
Oh yeah, that too. Or because God is just so done with our shit, and he's just like, you know what, boom.
He should be. Oh God. God has so much patience. Thank you, God, for having so much patience. God is basically like that disappointed parent looking down at his children. He's like, why?
Why have I made you? Just to disappoint me?
That's
Well-
my penance 24/7, by the way.
That's my mom all the time.